Hello, good morning, students. How are you? Today, in the paper second, English literature, prose and fiction, I would like to teach you a very important feminist writer named C.S. Lakshmi, who writes on the name of Lakshmi Ambai. She wrote a very domestic story based on household theme, a kitchen in the corner of the house. As the title suggests, how does a kitchen locate in the corner of the house? We are trying to get you the right knowledge of the situation. First of all, I introduce you the writer C.S. Lakshmi. She is a Tamil feminist author and independent research in women's study from India. She writes her creative work with the nom de plume Ambai, her full name, being the only Tamil writer to have been included in the Picasso Book of Modern Indian Literature, edited by Amit Chaudhary. She may be considered as one of the most important Tamil writers. She was born in Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu, grew up in Mumbai, Bangalore. She obtained her postgraduate degree in Bangalore, PhD from JNU, Delhi. Her dissertation was on American policy towards refugees fleeing Hungary due to the failed revolution of 1956. So she belongs to Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, Mumbai, Bangalore and Delhi. She wrote many works when she was still a teenager. Already in the 1960s, she received critical acclaim and awards with a novel and a short story. New collections published in 1976 and 1988, and these collections made him very popular. Her works are characterized by her passionate espousal of the cause of women, humor, a lucid or profound style, touch of religion. Most of her stories are about love, relationships, quests and journeys in Tamil Nadu, Mumbai and beyond. Exploration of space, silence, coming to terms with one's body and sexuality, and the importance of communication are some of the recurring themes in her works. So we see that there are so many themes belonging to society found in her stories. In 2008, she was awarded the Lifetime Literary Achievement Award of Tamil Literary Garden, University of Toronto, Canada, for her contribution to Tamil literature. She also awarded so many types of awards for her work. Lakshmi has been a research officer in the Indian Council of Historical Research and a college lecturer in New Delhi. Although the introduction of the writer is very lengthy, and so I point out some important lines for her. She was a visiting fellow in the Universities of Chicago Institute for Culture and Consciousness in 1992 and is current member of the University of Michigan Global Feminism. So in the introduction we see that as a feminist writer, she has a very important role. And theme of the story. As the theme of the story belongs to the kitchen that is located in the corner of the house. This is an outstanding story that concentrates on the experiences of women. Just we see in the day-to-day life that women are restricted to kitchen only. They are not allowed to go outside, or they are not having any time for the outer purpose. It highlights diverse abstract themes such as liberation of women, position of women in the past and the present, symbols of freedom and renaissance of women. A kitchen in the corner of the house is an outstanding story It highlights diverse abstract themes such as liberation of women. So this is a repetition. The story describes the life of a group of women in Ajmer in Rajasthan. How the women play their roles in the society, and this story real plays in Rajasthan. Their life revolves around the kitchen. These women are the representatives of entire women population, especially in India, who spend large part of their day within the confinement of kitchen. This confinement is often undertaken willingly since nurturing of the family is considered to be the chief duty of a woman in our society. Ambai narrates the story from the perspective of Meenakshi, the youngest daughter-in-law of the house, a person from outside the cultural background of Ajmer. This story has its critical analysis. How Ambai plays her role in the story. A kitchen in the story in the corner of the house by Ambai is a journey into the world of Indian women told through 20 short stories. Ambai is the pseudonym. Pseudonym means nickname, we can say other name, used by the Indian writer Dr. C.S. Lakshmi, whose stories in Tamil are famous for their feminist themes. Reading a kitchen in the corner of the house is an extremely rich experience, full of rich cultural references. Each story has a different feel to it. Some are quick reads, others are drawn out. Some follow a linear storyline, while others feel fragmented with a stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness. This is a phrase in which thoughts and feelings run side by side. Narrative form. But the one thing that all the stories have in common is a strong woman protagonist. They all introduce us to the harsh realities of what is to be a woman in the modern world. Torn between the such stubborn traditional molds that society places them into and their will to strike out of their own. But this is easier said than done. Ambai narrates the story from the perspective of Meenakshi, the youngest daughter-in-law of house. This is again a person from outside the cultural background of Ajmer. As an outsider, she is able to observe the traditional joint family system of her husband kitchen critically. So we see that the chief character in the story is Meenakshi, youngest in-law, and she is said to be the protagonist in the story. How she lives and spends her life in the kitchen. The story opens with a vivid description of kitchen in the house. Meenakshi finds kitchen right at the end, stuck at the careless manner. Two windows, underneath one, the tap and the basin. The latter was too small to place even a single plate in it. Underneath that, the drainage area without any ledge. As soon as the taps above are opened, within 10 minutes there will be small flood. Kitchen is an important segment of house, which is the source of health and well-being of the people of the house. The writer says that the tap or basin in the kitchen are not well mannered, well arranged, and they are set up in a very disastrous manner. And kitchen is an important segment of house, which is the source of health and well-being of the people of the house. In this story, the position of the kitchen is in the back of the house, while keen attention was given to the construction of other segments of the house. The kitchen remains neglected. The writer says that everything in the house is well arranged, but so far as the question of kitchen is concerned, it is obviously neglected. This negligence signifies the status of women in that house. The women appeared their kitchen like shadows, their heads covered, their deep colored skirts melting it into the darkness of the room, slapping and kneading the chapatis tough or stirring the fragrant spicy dal. Ambai observed that their style of life indeed encompasses the kitchen and was woven around the concept of kitchen. Their anxieties and desires are connected with the fireplace of the house. It is fact that women are restricted, they are confined only to the duty of the kitchen, and it is also a matter of bitter truth that they don't have other things to be matter. हाँ. It is the place where they used to spend biggest part of the day. The little space called kitchen has seen their dreams, hopes, miseries and compromises for survival. In this story, Kishan's mother suffers a heart failure. Even at the verge of collapse, the first thought a strike through her mind is the perilous state of kitchen after her death. She asks others to take control over the kitchen. She even remembers the time when she single-handedly made food for entire house. It shows how deeply they are connected with the space and idea of kitchen and cooking. In the kitchen, in the family, we see that there is a person who dies, and she is she is full of an anxiety about the critical situation of the kitchen. Throughout the story, man enjoys a position of importance. On the other hand, women are treated as second-class citizens with limited rights. When men are relaxing after a day's labor, women are forced to retreat into the kitchen. They had to work inside the kitchen even after the job outside of the house. Men do not offer any help. Who creates this distinction? Simon de Beauvoir, a French author and philosopher, provides a better explanation of self and other from feminist perspective. Her famous treatise, The Second Sex, that describes how men are regarded as norm and women as the other. So there is a distinction between men and women. Men take rest and women don't. She furthermore argues that the otherness of women develop because women exist and are only conscious of themselves in ways that men have shaped. She again says few tasks are more like the torture of ciphers than housework. With its endless repetition, the clean becomes soiled. The soil, this is not so important. Women's isolation in Ambai's kitchen in the corner of the house. Ambai sees food and cooking as a way of imposing control or power within the family. Sarika Goel, through her article, also talks about in the story Marriage and Family. She argues that it is noteworthy that Indian kitchen turns out to the hub of family politics, where mother and wife competes as chefs and present choices delicacies to win the meal. The story examines the mother-in-law's illusory authority of the kitchen and the establishment of hierarchy within it. Meenakshi tells this power conflict as food power. Like this, Ambai's work portraits the kitchen politics which can be seen in the most of Indian families. But the poor condition of the kitchen makes life hard for the woman who spend the biggest part of the day by making meals for the entire family. No one thinks about improving the facilities that kitchen until Meenakshi's entry to the family. Here the dark and small kitchen becomes the icon of rigid tradition. The image of kitchen thus assumes the form of long practiced customs that suffocates women from inside and outside. It also represents a set of predefined customs that considers any change in the existing tradition is unnecessary. Ambai questions and rejects the tradition in two ways. According to her, sometimes the predominant aim is to portray realistically and sensitively the entrapment of middle class women in the courts of this tradition. Sometimes it is based on revolutionary romanticism. although there are some things which are very important, but the lesson becomes very lengthy. So in the nutshell we say that kitchen in the corner house is a revolution, is a revolt against the tyranny of male gents who only enjoy and women who only work. So in the conclusion we say that Ambai's stories are rife with this theme, where the modern must strike a balance with the traditional. Ambai infuses a deep sense of reality in her stories by making the worlds of these women rich in sensory details. One can almost smell and taste and feel the environment of the characters. In one story, a kid in a human's lap on a bus is considered no big deal. So, in this sense, we say that in the kitchen or the corner of the house, the writer has tried to portray the critical condition of women, how they suffer, how they live, whether it is winter or summer or any time. Particularly poignant in Ambai's stories are the descriptions of the women's body pains that are unique to her. Only women who has travelled through India on long highways with a few rest stops in between will be able to relate to this. But this is exactly why Ambai's stories are so interesting. They move beyond the realm of the unfamiliar, familiar to the darkness, unique to the plight of the women. Sometimes it may be not be very easy to understand the significance of such situations. But this is exactly why Ambai had to tell them, to allow a broader audience to understand what it means to be a woman in India. Being educated at the best universities, being talented in more ways than one, and yet being betrayed by the societal norms and even by their own bodies. In the first half of the book, we find stories revolving around the female body, expounding on domestic themes, while in the later half of the book, we encounter tales of politics, activism, and the role of Indian women in this area. Thank you.